Hello students, now let us solve the examples to find the nth derivative of given function. So first example, find the nth derivative of x raised to 4 upon x minus 1 into x minus 2. Okay, so we will call it as y. So let y is equal to this given function. Now let us find out its partial fraction. So x raised to 4 upon x minus 1 into x minus 2. So let us consider it as a upon x minus 1 plus b upon x minus 2. So by cross multiplication, x raised to 4 is equal to a into x minus 2 plus b into x minus 1. Okay, denominators will get cancelled. Now by putting x is equal to 1, we get value of a, and by putting x is equal to 2, we get value of b. So putting x is equal to 1 and 2, we obtain a is minus 1 and b is 16. Okay, so let us put these values here. So x raised to 4 upon x minus 1, x minus 2 is equal to a is what? Minus 1. So minus 1 upon x minus 1 plus b is 16. 16 upon x minus 2. Okay, so we can write it as first taken this term and then this. Okay, now nth derivative of this function is same as nth derivative of this, means nth derivative of this minus nth derivative of second. That is, we can take 16 common, nth derivative of 1 upon x minus 2 minus nth derivative of 1 upon x minus 1. And we have the formula to find nth derivative of 1 upon ax plus b. Okay, so it is of the form 1 upon ax plus b. 1 upon ax plus b. So what is that formula? We have the formula dn, that is nth derivative 1 upon ax plus b is equal to minus 1 raised to n factorial a raised to n upon ax plus b raised to n plus 1. Okay, so using this nth derivative, that is dn by dx raised to n of this given function, is same as finding this, taking 16 common, nth derivative of 1 upon x minus 2 minus nth derivative of 1 upon x minus 1. So using this formula here, what is a here? A is 1, okay, and b is minus 2. So replacing all these values, so this 16 as it is, minus 1 raised to n factorial a raised to n. So a is 1, so 1 raised to n upon bracket as it is, x plus b bracket as it is, x minus 2 as it is raised to n plus 1. This minus 1 raised to n factorial a raised to n, a is 1 upon x minus 1 raised to n plus 1. Okay, so here we can take this. Now 1 raised to n is 1. We can take minus 1 raised to n into n factorial common, and in bracket what remains? 16 upon x minus 2 raised to n plus 1 minus 1 upon x minus 1 raised to n plus 1. Next example is find nth derivative of cos raised to 4x. Now let us take this cos raised to 4x as y. Let y is equal to cos raised to 4x. Now we have the formula for cos square x. Cos square x is 1 plus cos 2x upon 2, because we know that cos 2x is 2 cos square x minus 1. So using that we get cos square x is this, but what we want? Cos raised to 4x, so we will take its square. So its square will be cos raised to 4x is equal to square of this bracket. So take its square, that is a plus b bracket square. So square of first term 1 by 4 plus 2 into 1 by 2 into cos 2x by 2, that will be cos 2x by 2 plus square of second term, that is cos square 2x upon 4. So again this 1 by 4 as it is, cos 2x by 2 plus again cos square 2x is using this formula again. Cos square x is this, so cos square 2x will be replace x by 2. So 1 plus cos 4x upon 2 into this 4, 2 into 4, that is 8. Okay, now nth derivative of this side is same as nth derivative of all of this, that is dn by dx raised to n of complete bracket. That is nth derivative of each of these terms. First term 1/2 constant, take it common, nth derivative of cos 2x plus 1 by 8, nth derivative of 1 plus cos 4x. Now here nth derivative of constant function is 0. Next this 1 by 2 as it is, nth derivative of cos 2x. We have the formula for nth derivative of cos of ax plus b. Okay, so using that formula, what is that? That is a raised to n, this 1/2 as it is, here a is 2 raised to n, cos of x 2x, x is 2x, plus b is 0, plus n into what? n into pi by 2, okay, so that is n into pi by 2, plus 1 upon 8, okay, nth derivative of 1 is 0, again nth derivative of cos 4x, again using formula. What is that formula? If y is cos of ax plus b, then its nth derivative is a raised to n cos of ax plus b plus n pi by 2. So this 1 upon 8 as it is, a raised to n, a is 4 raised to n cos of 4x plus b is 0 plus n pi by 2. Okay, by simplification 2 raised to n upon 2 is 2 raised to n minus 1, this bracket as it is. Here 4 means 2 square, means it can be written as 2 raised to 2n, and it is upon 2 cube, so finally it will be 2 raised to 2n minus 3 cos of 4x plus n pi by 2. Okay, so nth derivative of cos of 4x is this function. So in these examples we are using the standard formulas for nth derivative. Okay, next example, find the nth derivative of e raised to 2x cos square x sin x. So let y is equal to e raised to 2x cos square x sin x. So first of all, what is cos square x sin x? Let us find out this value. Cos square x into sin x. Cos square x is 1 plus cos 2x upon 2. This sin x as it is. Now this can be written as 1/2 sin x plus 1/2 sin x into cos 2x. Now here we will use the formula for sin a into cos b. What is that formula? Sin a into cos b is 1/2 sin of a plus b plus sin a minus b. So this 1/2 sin x as it is, and this 1/2, so it will be 1 by 4 sin a plus b, so sin of x plus 2x, that is 3x, plus sin of x a minus b, that is 2x minus x is x. Okay, so we get 1/2 sin x plus 1 by 4 sin 3x plus sin x. So 1/2 sin x plus 1 by 4 sin x is 3 by 4 sin x plus 1 by 4 sin 3x as it is. What we get? This is value of cos square x sin x. Okay, this is cos square x sin x, so we multiply it by e raised to 2x to both sides. So by multiplying by e raised to 2x and taking nth derivative, here we multiply first term by e raised to 2x, second term by e raised to 2x, and take its nth derivative. So here let us take constants common. 3 by 4 nth derivative of e raised to 2x sin x plus 1 by 4 nth derivative of e raised to 2x sin 3x. Now here which formula we will use? If y is equal to e raised to ax sin of bx plus c, e raised to ax sin of bx plus c, then we know the nth derivative. So what is the formula? So before that, e raised to x, so what is a b c? A is 2, b is 1, c is 0. Okay, so r will be square root of a square plus b square, that is square root 5. And for this, r is, here a is 2, b is 3, c is 0, so r is square root of 4 plus 9, that is square root of 30. So using the formula for nth derivative, so this 3 by 4 as it is. What is formula? R raised to n. Now r is root 5, means 5 raised to 1 upon 2, raised to n means 5 raised to n by 2, into e raised to 2x into sin of x plus n tan inverse of b upon a. Okay, so what is b? B is 1, a is 2, plus 1 by 4 r raised to n means 13 raised to n by 2 into e raised to 2x sin of 3x plus n tan inverse b upon a, that is 3 by 2. Okay, so this is our required answer. Next topic is Leibniz theorem. We are just learning the statement of this Leibniz theorem. I am skipping its proof, and by its statement, again using statement we will solve the examples. Now what is the purpose of this theorem? Using this Leibniz theorem we can find out the nth derivative of product of two functions. Okay, up to this we have seen nth derivative of function. Now how to find out nth derivative of product of two function? So for that this theorem is. So its statement is, suppose u and v are two functions possessing derivatives of nth order. Okay, both functions are possessing derivatives of nth order. Then u into v n means this n is for nth derivative of this product is equal to nc0 u n v. Okay, nc0 u n v. Un means nth derivative of u v plus nc1. Now here nc0 next nc1. Here is un. Next subtract one derivative un minus 1. Here is v, take v1 plus nc2 un minus 2 v2 plus up to ncr un minus r vr, and last term is ncn u vn. Okay. Now here what is ncr? N combination r. We know it is n factorial upon n minus r factorial. Again we know this formula is ncr minus 1 plus ncr is n plus 1 cr, and ncn is same as n plus 1 c n plus 1, which is equal to 1. Okay. So let us solve the examples of Leibniz theorem. U v nth derivative is equal to nc0 un v plus nc1 un minus 1 v1 plus nc2 un minus 2 v2 plus dot dot dot, like this. Now let us solve examples. Find nth derivative of x square e raised to x cos x. So let y is equal to this function. Let us take this e raised to x cos x as u and second function as v is equal to x square. So applying Leibniz theorem, that is nth derivative of this product, that is x square e raised to x cos x nth derivative. So nc0 means 1. Okay. un means this is u e raised to x cos x nth derivative, v as it is x square plus nc1, subtract its derivative by 1, derivative of x square is 2x plus nc2, again subtract its derivative by 1, that will be e raised to x cos x n by 2, derivative of 2x is 2. Now next, in next term derivative of 2 will be 0, so we will skip the further terms. Now here we can use the formula for nth derivative of, we know formula for nth derivative of e raised to ax cos of bx plus c. So using that, here we get, here r is root 2, so r raised to n, that is 2 raised to n by 2 e raised to x cos of x plus n tan inverse 1 upon 1, that is 1 x square as it is. nc1 means n. Okay, again r is 2, r is root 2. Okay, and it's here is n minus 1 derivative, so we replace here n by n minus 1, 2 raised to n minus 1 by 2 e raised to x cos of x plus n minus 1 tan inverse 1 into 2x plus nc2 n into n minus 1 upon 2 factorial, and here for this, here it is n minus 2 derivative of this, so in formula we replace n by 2 into this 2. Okay, now here you can write up to this only, but what you must do, here you know the value of tan inverse 1, so you can replace the value of tan inverse 1 by pi by 4 and you can stop here. Next example, if y is equal to a cos log x plus b sin log x, prove that x square y n plus 2 plus 2n plus 1 x y n plus 1 plus n square plus 1 y n is equal to 0. So first of all, y is given, y is this given, we have to find this. Now first see this statement, here is the highest power is n plus 2, n plus 1 n. Highest is what? N plus 2, means you will first find out y2 and then you will use Leibniz rule. Okay, so from this let us find out y2. So y is a cos log x plus b sin log x. So what will be its first derivative? Derivative of cos log x is minus sin, this a as it is, minus a sin log x, again derivative of log x is 1 upon x, plus derivative of second term b cos log x plus into derivative of log x 1 upon x. Now let us shift this x to left hand side, xy1 is equal to minus a sin log x plus b cos log x. Now here let us again differentiate this with respect to x. So x as it is, derivative of y1 y2 plus y1 as it is, derivative of x is 1 is equal to, again its derivative, so minus a cos log x upon x minus b sin log x upon x So again let us multiply this x here. So x square y2 plus x y1 is equal to, let us take minus sign common, a cos log x plus b sin log x. Now you can see that this a cos log x plus b sin log x is nothing but y. So replace this bracket by y here. So we can take this term to left hand side. So finally what we get, x square y2 plus x y1 plus y is equal to 0. Means you get y2 here. And you have to prove in the given statement yn plus 2. And we get y2. So now let us take its nth derivative by Leibniz theorem. So how we take it? So first let us consider this this term as u and second v. Okay. So first term is y n plus 2 x square as it is, plus nc1, reduce this derivative by 1, yn plus 1 derivative of x square 2x, plus nc2, reduce this derivative by 1, yn, derivative of 2x is 2. Further derivative of 2 will be 0, so let's stop here. Plus, so this plus for second term, x as it is, y derivative of y1, nth derivative of y1 is yn plus 1, plus nc1, reduce this derivative by 1, yn, derivative of x is 1. Further, derivative of 1 will be 0, so we'll stop here. Plus, derivative of nth derivative of y is yn is equal to 0. Now just simplify it. First term as it is, nc1 means n, so it is 2nx, yn plus 1, plus n into n minus 1 upon 2, 2 will get cancelled, so n into n minus 1 yn, plus x, yn plus 1, plus n yn1 plus yn. Now let us take the terms which we can take common. So first term as it is, now here is x yn plus 1, take it common. What remains? 2n plus 1, plus here we can take yn common, in bracket what remains? N square minus n plus 1. Here is also, so n square minus n plus 1. Minus n plus 1 will get cancelled. What remain only? N square plus 1 is equal to, n square plus 1 into yn equal to 0. Okay, which we want to prove. Okay, we get the same statement here. Next example, if y raised to 1 upon m plus y raised to minus 1 upon m is equal to 2x, prove that x square minus 1 yn plus 2 plus 2n plus 1 xyn plus 1 plus n square minus m square yn is equal to 0. We have to prove this statement, we have to show this statement. In this, highest power is yn plus 2. Okay, means we will, from this we will find out y2. So let us find out it. First of all, what is given? Y raised to 1 upon m plus y raised to minus 1 upon m, it is given 2x. Differentiating it with respect to x. What it will be its derivative? 1 upon m, y raised to 1 upon m minus 1, derivative of y is y1. Okay. Again, its derivative minus 1 upon m, y raised to minus 1 upon m minus 1, derivative of y1 is equal to, derivative of 2x with respect to x is 2. So this can be written as y raised to 1 upon m. Upon this m, minus y raised to minus 1 means we can write y upon this y1 as it is, minus this y raised to minus 1 upon m, this m, y raised to minus 1 means we can write it at upon into y1 is equal to 2. So let us shift this my to right hand side and this y1 to right hand side. What we get? y1 upon m minus y minus 1 upon m is equal to 2my upon y1. Okay, means this step. Okay, after that we use this formula, y raised to 1 upon m minus y raised to minus 1 upon m bracket square, minus bracket square is equal to plus bracket square minus 4. Okay, so minus this value we get here, 2my upon y1 bracket square is equal to, it is given this value is 2x, so 2x bracket square minus 4. So simplify it, 4m square y square upon y1 square is equal to 4x square minus 4. That is, after simplifying it, what we get? This y1 square can be shifted here, 4 will get cancelled, x square minus 1 y1 square is equal to m square y square. We get here y1. Again we differentiate it with respect to x, because what? Because we want y2. So again differentiating with respect to x using u into v rule. First term as it is, derivative of y1 square 2y1, again derivative of y1 y2, plus y1 square as it is, derivative of x square minus 1 is 2x. Here m square as it is, derivative of y square is 2 into y, again derivative of y is y1. So here 2y1 can be cancelled throughout. What remains? X square minus 1 y2 plus x y1 is equal to m square y, because 2y1 is cancelled throughout. Now we get this in the form of y2. Now let us use Leibniz theorem. So take this as a first function and this is second. Okay, here y1 as u, x is v. So yn plus 2, nth derivative, it is 2 yn plus 2, this v as it is, plus nc1, reduce it by 1, it is yn plus 2, take yn plus 1, derivative of x square minus 1 is 2x, plus nc2, from this yn, derivative of 2x is 2, stop here, plus from this x as it is y1, so yn plus 1, plus nc1 yn, derivative of x is 1 and further terms will be 0, so stop here, is equal to m square is constant, derivative of nth derivative of y is yn. Now just simplify it. This term as it is n, so 2nx yn plus 1, plus it is n into n minus 1 upon 2, 2 will get cancelled, n into n minus 1 yn plus xyn plus 1 plus nyn, shift this term to left hand side. Okay, now let us take the terms common, which we can take. First term as it is, here xyn plus 1 we can take common. What remains? 2n plus 1. Here in these four terms we can take yn common. What remains? N square minus n plus n minus n square. So minus n plus n will get cancelled. What remains there? N square minus m square. Okay, which is the statement which is asked to show us. Okay, so let's stop here. Here our second chapter, that is L'Hospital's rule and successive differentiation, is completed. In next lecture we will start third chapter. Thank you.